Okay, so good afternoon to all of you. So in today's lecture or in previous lecture, we have started the part C from the chapter number 1. It is nothing but the refrigerant. And related to the refrigerant, we have seen that classification of refrigerant. So before start of that classification or before start of our today's lecture, let me know that whether my voice is audible to everyone, as well as whether PPTs are visible to everyone. Is there any problem?
No, sir, no problem.
Okay, so we'll continue. So we have seen the definition related to the refrigerant. So we are knowing that refrigerant is nothing but one working substance which can carry the heat from lower temperature region to a higher temperature region. Whatever the carry of heat is being taking place from lower temperature region to higher temperature region, that is being taking place because of change of its phase or because of change of its temperature. So there are basically two types of heat which that refrigerant absorbs. So first one is called as a sensible heat, second one is called as a latent heat. So in case of air refrigeration system, refrigerant is absorbing only sensible heat. That means whatever air we are using as a working medium, that air is carrying the heat from lower temperature region to higher temperature region by changing its temperature, not its phase. But in case of vapor compression refrigeration system, where we are using the refrigerant which are changing its phase. So in this case, sensible as well as latent heat will be carried out from lower temperature region to higher temperature region. So for multiple choice question, this question may be asked. In case of air refrigeration system, the refrigerants are absorbing only sensible heat. Whereas in case of vapor compression refrigeration system, sensible as well as latent heat is being absorbed. And whatever suitability of refrigerant for various application will be there, that will be depending upon various properties. That means there will not be any single refrigerant which can be used for all the application. That means there will not be the concept of any ideal refrigerant. Ideal refrigerant means the refrigerant which is possessing all the good property and that can be utilized or that can be used for all the application. But that is not the case in case of refrigerant. So not a single refrigerant can be called as a ideal refrigerant, because each and every refrigerant will possess its own properties, and those own properties will be different from each and every refrigerant. That's why depending upon the depending upon various properties, we are selecting refrigerant for the proper application. Then we have seen the classification of refrigerant. So refrigerants are basically classified into two categories. First one is called as a primary refrigerant. Second one is called as a secondary refrigerant. So primary refrigerant means which are directly absorbing the heat, from the substance which we want to cool or from the space which we want to cool. So those will be called as a primary refrigerant. Whereas secondary refrigerant are nothing but the refrigerant which are first cooled with the help of primary refrigerant, and that will be utilized to cool the substance or space which we want to cool. So that will be called as a secondary refrigerant. So whatever primary refrigerants are there, so that primary refrigerant will be classified into four categories. First one will be called as the halocarbon refrigerant. Second one will be called as the azeotropic refrigerant. Third one will be called as the inorganic refrigerant, and last one will be called as the hydrocarbon refrigerant. So these are the four categories under which that primary refrigerants are classified. And whatever secondary refrigerants are there, that secondary refrigerants are classified into two categories. First one is called as a water as a secondary refrigerant, and second one is called as a brine solution as a secondary refrigerant. So those are called as the secondary refrigerant. Now whatever primary refrigerants are there, so we have seen the definition. Those are directly absorbing the heat from the substance which is being cooled or space which is being cooled, called as a primary refrigerant. So here in case of primary refrigerant, heat absorption is taking place in the evaporation or in the evaporator. Heat absorption is being taking place in the evaporator, and heat release is being taking place inside the condenser. So absorption of heat will take place inside the evaporator, release of heat will take place in the condenser. And whatever second refrigerants are there, second refrigerants are nothing but which are first of all cooled by the primary refrigerant, and then that will be utilized to absorb the heat from the substance which we want to cool or space which we want to cool. So in the previous lecture, we have completed up to here. Now, whatever classification of primary refrigerants are there. So there are 4 types of primary refrigerant. First one is called as a halocarbon, azeotropy, inorganic, and hydrocarbon. So each and every refrigerant we will see in detail one by one. So these are the 4 types of primary refrigerant. So we will see related to halocarbon refrigerant. So here in the name itself, halocarbon, what it indicates? Halo is nothing but it is the group of halogen. It is the group of halogen. Halogen means either chlorine or bromine. So chlorine, and bromine, those are coming under the category of halo or halogen. So chlorine or bromine. So these are nothing but those are called as a halogen group. So chlorine, and bromine along with carbon. So if in the chemical formula of refrigerant, along with carbon, if anyone or more than one, there may be chances that there is only chlorine along with carbon, or there is only fluorine along with carbon, or there is only bromine along with carbon, or there may be the chances that along with chlorine, there is a fluorine or there is a bromine also. So here from the name itself, it is being clear that halocarbon refrigerant are consisting of the carbon along with halogen group. So that halogen group may be one or more than one. So what is meant by halogen group? Either chlorine, fluorine, or bromine. Those are coming under the category of halogen group. So whatever this halocarbon refrigerants are there. So ASHRAE, American Society of Heating, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Engineering. It is the long form of ASHRAE, American Society of Heating, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Engineering. They have identified total 42 compound. As a halocarbon refrigerant. म्हणजे आतापर्यंत किती डेव्हलप झालेत halocarbon refrigerant? Till date, there are total 42 refrigerant that can be called as those are coming under the category of halocarbon refrigerant. So whatever these halocarbon refrigerants are there, so those are coming under the freon family. So these are also called as a freon group of refrigerant. This halocarbon refrigerant. So for multiple choice question, halocarbon refrigerant is also called as a freon group of refrigerant, and all those halocarbon refrigerants are synthetically produced. So whatever production of that halocarbon refrigerants are there, those are synthetically produced. That means those are not the naturally found. So those are the synthetically produced product, and those are developed under the category of freon group of refrigerant. So whatever these halocarbon refrigerants are there, those are consisting of carbon along with one or more of the 3 halogen. Along with carbon, there will be one or more of the 3 halogen. So which are the halogen? Chlorine, fluorine, and bromine. म्हणजे एखाद्या केमिकल फॉर्म्युला मध्ये अलॉंग विथ कार्बन जर क्लोरीन, फ्लोरीन किंवा ब्रोमिन किंवा एकापेक्षा जास्त या 3 पैकी जर असतील तर त्याला आपण काय म्हणणार आहे? That will be called as a halocarbon refrigerant. So in the market, whatever halocarbon group of refrigerants are there, those are traded under the name of, it means those are sold under the name of freon group of refrigerant, or those are also called as a genetron, those are also called as a isotron or ectron. So these are the alternative names of halocarbon refrigerant. freon म्हणजेच काय? हॅलोकार्बन आहे. जेनेट्रॉन म्हणजेच काय? हॅलोकार्बन आहे. आयसोट्रॉन म्हणजे काय? हॅलोकार्बन आहे. आणि ॲक्ट्रॉन. So those all are nothing but one and same. So in the market, all the halocarbon refrigerants are available under the trade name of freon, genetron, isotron, and arctron. Are you getting? So out of this 42 halocarbon refrigerant, Out of this 42 halocarbon refrigerant, very few halocarbon refrigerants are commonly used refrigerant, and whatever halocarbon refrigerants are there, all those halocarbon refrigerants are used for domestic, commercial, and industrial purposes. So most of the halocarbon refrigerants are used for domestic, commercial, and industrial purposes. So depending upon the various properties of each and every refrigerant, proper refrigerant under the category of halocarbon refrigerant will be selected for the proper application. So what are the different characteristics, or what are the different properties of each and every refrigerant, that we will see after this. So here, out of that 42 refrigerant, out of those 42 refrigerant, the commonly used halocarbon refrigerants are nothing but these are the commonly used halocarbon refrigerant. So first one is called as a R11, second one is called as the R12, next one is R13, R21, R22, R30, R40, then R100, R113, R114, then R114A, and R115. So these are nothing but the refrigerant. These are nothing but the refrigerant which are coming under the category of halocarbon refrigerant, And whatever chemical name of these refrigerants are there, R11. What is the chemical name of R11? So trichloromonofluoromethane. Trichloromonofluoromethane. That is the chemical name of R11, and chemical formula is nothing but CCl3F. CCl3F. आता ह्या ठिकाणी क्लोरीन ऍटम किती आहेत? 3 आहेत. 3 क्लोरीन ऍटम असल्यामुळे आपण काय म्हणतो त्याला ट्रायक्लोरो म्हणतो. क्लोरीन ऍटम किती आहेत? 1 आहे. एक क्लोरीन ऍटम असल्यामुळे त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण? मोनोफ्लोरो म्हणतो. ही MONO आहे, त्या ठिकाणी MONI नाही, MONO. एक क्लोरीन ऍटम असल्यामुळे त्याला काय म्हणतोय? मोनोफ्लोरो म्हणतोय. आणि एकच कार्बन आहे. जर कार्बन एक असेल तर त्याला मिथेन म्हणतो, 2 कार्बन असतील तर इथेन, 3 असतील तर प्रोपेन, 4 असतील तर ब्युटेन, आणि 5 कार्बन असतील तर पेंटेन म्हणतो आपण. सिमिलरली जर क्लोरीन, फ्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन एक असेल तर त्याला आपण काय म्हणणार आहे? मोनो. 2 असतील तर डाय, 3 असतील तर ट्रायक्लोरो, 4 असतील तर टेट्रा, आणि 5 असतील तर पेंटा. Likewise. So here, depending upon the how many chlorine atoms are present, so I'm going to say here as 3 chlorine atoms are present, that's why I'm going to call this as a trichloro. As 1 fluorine atom is there, that's why monofluoro, and 1 carbon is there, that's why it will be the family of methane. Similarly, R12. R12 चा अर्थ काय? Here 2 chlorine atoms are there, 2 fluorine atoms are there, and 1 carbon atom is there. So it will be called as a dichloro. Then difluoro. How many carbon atoms are there? 1 carbon atom is there. That's why that will be called as a methane. Difluoro, methane. Similarly, R13. What will be the chemical name of R13? Chemical formula of R13 is nothing but CClF3. CClF3. So here, how many chlorine atoms are present? Only 1 chlorine atom is present. That's why monochloro. How many fluorine atoms are present? 3 fluorine atoms are present. That's why trifluoro. How many carbon atoms are present? Only 1 carbon atom is present. That's why it will be the family of methane. So similarly, R21, 22, 30, 40, 100, 113, 114, 114A, and 115. Now here, if you see the chemical formula of R114 and R114A, त्या ठिकाणी R114 आणि R114A दोन्हीमध्ये जर केमिकल फॉर्म्युला जर बघितला तुम्ही, so here chemical formula, if you see, what is the chemical formula? CF2Cl, 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 and here CCl2FCF3. ह्या ठिकाणी दोन्ही केमिकल फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये नंबर ऑफ कार्बन ऍटम किती आहेत बघा. या ठिकाणी जर बघितलं, हा एक कार्बन ऍटम आहे, हा एक कार्बन ॲटम बरोबर. नंबर ऑफ कार्बन ॲटम्स हा 2. त्या ठिकाणी किती आहेत? हा एक आहे आणि हा एक आहे. त्या ठिकाणी पण किती आहेत? 2च आहेत. म्हणजे दोन्ही ठिकाणी कार्बन ॲटम किती आहेत? नंबर ऑफ कार्बन ॲटम्स आर 2. Then what about chlorine atom? How many chlorine atoms are present? त्या ठिकाणी एक, हा एक, म्हणजे 2 क्लोरीन आहेत आणि खाली त्या ठिकाणी पण 2च क्लोरीन आहेत. त्या ठिकाणी 2 क्लोरीन आहेत दोन. हाऊ मेनी फ्लोरीन ॲटम्स आर प्रेझेंट? त्या ठिकाणी हे 2 + 2 4 आणि त्या ठिकाणी 1 + 3 4. सो हिअर 4. सो दिस कॅन बी रिटन ॲज 2 कार्बन ॲटम आहे. प्रत्येक कार्बनला व्हॅकन्स किती असते? 4 असते. Chemistry you have studied. So here 2 carbon. So out of that 6 vacancy. Now here 1 bond is there. That's why remaining vacancies will be 6. So out of that 6 vacancies, 2 vacancies will be filled with the help of chlorine. Now that chlorine, I can write both the chlorine here, or I can write 1 chlorine here, 1 chlorine here. Whatever remaining 4 vacancies are there, those will be filled with the help of chlorine. Chlorine, chlorine, chlorine. This will be also called as the chlorine. हा एक फॉर्म्युला झाला. आणि दुसरा फॉर्म्युला कसा लिहू शकतो मी? 2 कार्बन आहेत, ज्या काही 6 वॅकन्सी आहेत, त्याला व्हॅलन्सी असं म्हणतो. आउट ऑफ दॅट फर्स्ट 2 valencies will be filled with the help of chlorine, and whatever remaining 4 valencies are there, those will be filled with the help of chlorine. One minute only. Let's wait for 1 minute only. Okay, sorry. So here, if you see the chemical formula, so chemical formula is same. Only the position of chlorine and fluorine is different. Only position of chlorine and fluorine is different. That's why name will be same. Here, if you see the name, tetrafluoro dichloroethane. त्या ठिकाणी काय? टेट्राफ्लोरो. त्या ठिकाणी पण काय? टेट्राफ्लोरो. परत क्लोरीन किती आहेत? 2. डायक्लोरो. त्या ठिकाणी पण किती आहेत? 2 आहेत. डायक्लोरो आणि इथेन. इथेन. That means chemical name is also same. Only here whatever A is there, that A is called as a isotope. A is called as a isotope. Isotope means same chemical formula. त्या ठिकाणी जर केमिकल फॉर्म्युला बघितला, दोन्हीचा केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय? सेम आहे. ओनली देर इज अ चेंज इन स्ट्रक्चर. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी पोझिशन जे आहे, क्लोरीन ॲटमची जी पोझिशन आहे, त्या ठिकाणी 2 ठिकाणी होती. त्या ठिकाणी ती पोझिशन फक्त वेगळी आहे. फॉर्म्युला काय? सेम आहे. सो दॅट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ आयसोटोप. So whatever A part is there, that means here this refrigerant will be called as a R114A. So that out of that R114A, that A is representing the isotope of that chemical name or isotope of that chemical formula. So in the similar fashion, all the names are being given for all the halocarbon refrigerant. Now here at this point only I will cover the nomenclature system of halocarbon refrigerant, so that you will come to know that how to write down the chemical name, or how to write down the chemical formula based on the refrigerant number, or based on chemical formula, based on refrigerant number, how to write down the chemical formula. So here whatever halocarbon refrigerants are there, so that halocarbon refrigerants are being nomenclated by using the nomenclature system called as a RXYZ. RXYZ. त्यापैकी R काय इंडिकेट करतोय? R is nothing but the refrigerant. So here sometimes for halocarbon refrigerant only, instead of R we can write as a EF also. सो ह्या ठिकाणी R11 त्याला R11 म्हणण्याच्या ऐवजी मी काय म्हणू शकतो, दॅट कॅन बी कॉल्ड एज अ F11. दिस कॅन बी कॉल्ड एज अ F11. किंवा R12 म्हणण्याच्या ऐवजी मी त्याला काय म्हणू शकतो, F12. R चा अर्थ काय, रेफ्रिजरंट. रेफ्रिजरंटचा तो रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्ह आणि F म्हणजे काय, फ्लोरीन आहे. कारण की हॅलोकार्बन रेफ्रिजरंटलाच आपण काय म्हणतोय, फ्लोरीन ग्रुप ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट म्हणतोय, सॉरी फ्रेऑन ग्रुप ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट म्हणतोय. तर फ्रेऑनचा F. सो इन्स्टेड ऑफ R यू कॅन राईट एज अ F ऑल्सो, XYZ. So out of that Z is indicating, out of that Z is indicating number of fluorine atom. Out of that Z is indicating number of fluorine atom. Whatever second digit is there, that second digit is indicating number of hydrogen atom plus 1. Number of hydrogen atom plus 1. And whatever third digit is there, that third digit is indicating number of carbon atom minus 1. Number of carbon atom minus 1. Now we'll go in this way. That means based on chemical formula, how to write down the refrigerant number. So consider any one refrigerant. So here for study purpose, I will consider this as a refrigerant, or this as a refrigerant or chemical formula. Now, so here I have to give the name for this, or I have to find out the refrigerant number for this refrigerant formula. So for that purpose, I am knowing that the designation system is R, nothing but R, XYZ, XYZ. Out of that, first digit is indicating, this first digit is indicating number of fluorine atom. So how many fluorine atoms are present in this chemical formula? Can anyone tell me? Only one fluorine atom is present. Only one fluorine atom is present. That's why it will be considered as a 1. Second digit. Second digit is indicating number of hydrogen plus 1. Number of hydrogen plus 1. How many hydrogen atoms are present in this chemical formula? Only one hydrogen atom is present. So as value of pH is 1. That's why Y is indicating H plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2. 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2. And here third digit is indicating number of carbon minus 1. Number of carbon minus 1. So how many carbon atoms are present in this chemical formula? या ठिकाणी फक्त एकच कार्बन आहे. हे जे आहे ते क्लोरीन आहे. हे जे आहे ते क्लोरीन आहे. तर नंबर ऑफ कार्बन ॲटम किती आहेत? ओनली वन कार्बन ॲटम इज प्रेझेंट. सो as one carbon atom is present, that's why X is indicating carbon minus 1. So what will be the value of carbon minus 1? 1 minus 1, that will become as a 0. So 0, and initially there will be R. So R021, that is nothing but R21. That is nothing but R21. Are you getting? So here the meaning of R21, that means third digit is 0. Third digit is 0 means only one carbon atom is present. Are you getting? So now we'll go in the reverse direction. So here, if I will consider this as a refrigerant number, this as a refrigerant number. So here I have to write down the chemical formula for this refrigerant number. So what is the refrigerant number? R113. R113 is the refrigerant number. 113. Now, out of that, first digit is indicating. What is the first digit? Can anyone tell me? First digit is indicating number of fluorine atoms. So how many fluorine atoms are present? Again, first digit का indicate करतोय? Number of fluorine atom indicate करतोय. किती fluorine atom असणार आहे? How many fluorine atoms will be present? Can anyone tell me? 3 fluorine atoms will be present. पहिला digit काय असणार आहे? Number of fluorine atom. So number of fluorine atom will be equal to 3. Second digit is indicating hydrogen plus 1. Second digit is indicating hydrogen plus 1. So H plus 1 is equal to 1. म्हणजे H ची व्हॅल्यू किती येणार आहे या ठिकाणी? H ची व्हॅल्यू किती येणार आहे? Here second digit is indicating hydrogen plus 1 or H plus 1. So as H plus 1 is equal to 1, that means value of H will be equal to 0. या ठिकाणी हायड्रोजन ॲटम किती असणार आहे? 0 असणार आहे. हायड्रोजन ॲटम किती असणार आहे? 0 असणार आहे. Third digit is indicating C minus 1, carbon minus 1 is equal to 1. म्हणजे कार्बन ॲटम किती असणार आहे त्या ठिकाणी? किती असणार आहेत कार्बन ऍटम? C-1 इज इक्वल टू 1 म्हणजे C काय येणार आहे? C इज इक्वल टू 2 येणार आहे. समजतं? इथपर्यंत समजतंय का? हे समजतंय का? राईट इन चॅट बॉक्स. हॅलो, माझा आवाज येतोय? कोणतरी सांगा, आवाज येतोय का? कॅन एनीवन टेल मी whether my voice is audible, whether PPTs are visible? आहेत का? काहीतरी सांगा कोणतरी.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here number of fluorine atom are 3, hydrogen atom are 0, carbon atoms are 2. आता त्या ठिकाणी मला काय करायचं आहे? त्याचा केमिकल फॉर्म्युला लिहायचा आहे. कार्बन ॲटम किती आहेत त्या ठिकाणी? 2 कार्बन ॲटम आहेत. That means I can write that 2 carbon atom likewise. Now that 2 carbon atoms will have the number of valency as 6. So this will be the 6 valency. हे 2 कार्बन ॲटम रिप्रेझेंट केले. नंतर फ्लोरीन ॲटम किती आहेत? How many fluorine atoms are there? 3 fluorine atoms are there. So I can represent those fluorine atom here. 1, 2. I can represent the third fluorine atom here, or I can also represent the third fluorine atom here also. बरोबर. आता हायड्रोजन ॲटम किती आहेत? 0 आहेत. म्हणजे हे तिन्ही व्हॅल्यू ज्या आहेत त्या आपण पुटअप केल्या. तरी पण अजून किती व्हॅलन्सी आहे या ठिकाणी? 3 व्हॅलन्सी आहे. या ठिकाणी 3 फ्लोरीन गेले, 2 कार्बनला 6 व्हॅलन्सी असणार आहे. त्यापैकी 3 फ्लोरीन गेले. हायड्रोजन तर किती आहेत? 0 आहेत. म्हणजे जे काय राहिलेली व्हॅलन्सी आहे ती राहिलेली व्हॅलन्सी कशाने फिलअप होणार आहे? आयदर फ्लोरीन और ब्रोमीन. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दॅट विल बी फिल्ड विथ द हेल्प ऑफ क्लोरीन. दॅट विल बी फिल्ड विथ द हेल्प ऑफ क्लोरीन ओनली. म्हणजे तुमचा केमिकल फॉर्म्युला आणि केमिकल नेम काय असणार आहे बघा आता. या ठिकाणी केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय असणार आहे? CClF2. CClF2 या ठिकाणी लिहितोय मी. CClF2 CCl2F CCl2F किंवा त्यास मी कसा लिहू शकतो? कार्बन किती आहेत? 2 आहेत. C2. कार्बन किती आहेत? 2 आहेत. त्यामुळे C2. फ्लोरीन किती आहेत? 3 आहेत. 1, 2, 3. त्यामुळं F3. आणि फ्लोरीन किती आहेत? 3 आहेत. त्यामुळं Cl3. त्यावर नाव काय येणार आहे ह्याचं? नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटम किती आहेत? अगोदर फ्लोरीन सांगायचे, परत फ्लोरीन सांगायचे आणि परत कार्बन. त्यावर नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन किती आहेत? 3 आहेत. दॅट्स वाय ट्रायक्लोरो. नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटम 3. दॅट्स वाय ट्रायक्लोरो. नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ॲटम किती आहेत? 3च आहेत. दॅट्स वाय ट्रायफ्लोरो. आणि नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन किती आहेत? 2 आहेत. 2 हायड्रोजन असल्यामुळे तो कोणता ग्रुप येणार आहे? इथेनचा ग्रुप येणार आहे. सो ट्रायफ्लोरो इथेन. सो दॅट विल बी द, if anyone will tell you that you are having R113 as a refrigerant, then what will be the chemical name and chemical formula? So how to find out? By using this nomenclature system. So have you understood this nomenclature system in both the way? That means by taking the reference of chemical formula, how to find out the refrigerant number, that we have seen, as well as by taking the refrigerant number, how to find out the chemical formula as well as chemical name, that also we have seen. So have you understood this? Yes or no? Write in the comment box. So all students, please write in the comment box. Have you understood this nomenclature system? Yes or no? Do it fast. जर कोणाला काय क्वेरी असतील, कोणाला काय प्रॉब्लेम असतील तर विचारू शकता तुम्ही. नॉमेनक्लेचर सिस्टीम मध्ये काय क्वेरी, काय क्वेश्चन असतील तर विचारू शकता. आहे का कोणाला काय क्वेरी, काय क्वेश्चन? Only 3 to 4 students have written yes, they have understood. What about remaining student? What about remaining student? Is there any query, any question or any problem? So queries as well as questions are most welcome. But when you will have the query or question, so until and unless you are not going to attend the lecture seriously, you will not have any type of query as well as any type of question. So if you are going to attend the lecture seriously, then you will either understand or you will have the query or any question. So shall we proceed further? So out of all the halocarbon refrigerant, that means out of 42 halocarbon refrigerant, these are the commonly used halocarbon refrigerant. These are commonly used halocarbon refrigerant. So out of that, this is nothing but the refrigerant number. So this is nothing but the chemical name of that refrigerant, and this is nothing but the chemical formula of that refrigerant. And how to write down the chemical formula based on refrigerant number, or how to write down the refrigerant number based on chemical formula. So for that purpose, you should know the nomenclature system of halocarbon refrigerant. That is nothing but R, X, Y, Z. Out of that, Z is indicating number of fluorine, Y is indicating number of hydrogen plus 1, X is indicating number of carbon minus 1, and R is nothing but the refrigerant. So for halocarbon refrigerant, instead of R, you can indicate that number as a F dash XYZ also. Okay. Now, whatever these halocarbon refrigerants are there, so there are some common properties of those halocarbon refrigerant. So what are the common properties of halocarbon refrigerant? So for university exam, they will ask you write down the properties of any of the refrigerant. So if under that any of the term, if they will give the refrigerant number as a R11, R12, R21, likewise. So you have to write down the common refrigerant properties. So whatever halocarbon types of refrigerants are there, all the halocarbon refrigerants are non-toxic in nature. All the halocarbon refrigerants are non-toxic in nature. Then all the halocarbon refrigerants are non-flammable in nature, non-explosive in nature, then non-corrosive and non-irritating to human body and eyes. So whatever these properties are there, those are coming under the category of chemical properties of the refrigerant. So all the halocarbon refrigerants are non-toxic. Non-toxic म्हणजे बिनविषारी, non-flammable, then non-explosive, non-corrosive, and non-irritating to human bodies and eyes. This is the first common property. Second common property related to halocarbon refrigerants are nothing but all the halocarbon refrigerants are ऑर्डरलेस म्हणजे त्यांना वास येणार नाही कोणत्या प्रकारचा आणि त्यांना कलरही नसतो कोणत्या स्पेसिफिक प्रकारचा. Refrigerants are there stored in the refrigerated space. Whatever halocarbon, if there will be the leakage of that halocarbon refrigerant, those halocarbon refrigerant will come in contact with the food product which is being stored. So it will not affect on that or it will not react on that food product. That's why most of the time we are using those halocarbon type of refrigerant in the domestic purpose for a refrigeration system. Then halocarbon refrigerant will not react with the lubricating oil. Then all the halocarbon refrigerants will have the excellent thermodynamic properties. So which are the thermodynamic properties? So that point will come under the properties of refrigerant. So for your understanding, basic understanding purpose, I will tell that whatever boiling point, freezing point, then latent heat, as well as vapor pressure. So whatever these points are there, those will come under the category of thermodynamic properties. So all the halocarbon refrigerants are having the excellent thermodynamic properties. Again, there is only one disadvantage related to halocarbon refrigerant. That disadvantage is nothing but it will react with the ozone. That means because of leakage of that halocarbon refrigerant into the surrounding, so there may be the chances that, or there are chances that it will damage the it will damage the ozone layer which is present in the atmosphere, and that is that ozone layer is very much important because it is preventing the human being from the ultraviolet rays which are directly coming from the sun. So here there is only one disadvantage of that halocarbon type of refrigerant, that halocarbon refrigerants are harmful for the ozone layer. So these are the common properties related to halocarbon refrigerant. So some of the example of halocarbon refrigerant. Now whatever halocarbon refrigerant we have seen, so those will categorize under three category. Those will categorize under three category. Out of that, first one is called as a CFC type of refrigerant. Second one is called as a HCFC type of refrigerant, and third one is called as a HFC type of refrigerant. आतापर्यंत तुम्ही नाव ऐकले असतील CFC, HCFC, HFC. Can anyone tell me what is meant by CFC? Can anyone tell me what is meant by CFC type of refrigerant?
Chlorofluorocarbon.
Chlorofluorocarbon. What is meant by HCFC type of refrigerant? What is meant by HCFC type of refrigerant? Can anyone tell me?
Hydrochlorofluoro.
Hydrochlorofluorocarbon. And what is meant by HFC type of refrigerant? HFC means hydrofluorocarbon. So there are whatever refrigerants, halocarbon refrigerants are there. Those halocarbon refrigerants are categorized into three categories. First one is called as a CFC type of refrigerant. CFC means chlorofluorocarbon type of refrigerant. That means in the chemical formula of those refrigerant, only chlorine, fluorine, and carbon will be present. Only chlorine, fluorine, and carbon will be present. So if you take any of the example, suppose R113. जर केमिकल फॉर्म्युला जर बघितला R113 चा, तर त्या ठिकाणी फक्त काय असणार आहे, क्लोरीन असणार आहे, फ्लोरीन असणार आहे आणि कार्बन असणार आहे. दॅट मीन्स नो हायड्रोजन ॲटम विल बी प्रेझेंट. सो हियर इफ यू सी केमिकल फॉर्म्युला फॉर R113, R113 चा केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय, फक्त क्लोरीन, CFC, क्लोरीन आहे, फ्लोरीन आहे आणि कार्बन आहे. त्या व्यतिरिक्त कोणता ॲटम आहे का? तसंच R11, R12, R13 कोणता एक घ्या, R12. दिस इज ऑल्सो कमिंग अंडर द कॅटेगरी ऑफ CFC. CFC म्हणजे फक्त क्लोरीन असणार आहे, फ्लोरीन असणार आहे आणि कार्बन असणार आहे. त्या व्यतिरिक्त हायड्रोजनचा एकही ॲटम असणार नाही. सो दॅट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ CFC टाइप ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट. त्यानंतर सेकंड जो आहे तो HCFC टाइप ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट. तर under HCFC type of refrigerant, the refrigerant which is coming is nothing but R22, R123, R22, R123. आता ह्या ठिकाणी R22 घ्या. R21 will also come under the category of HCFC type of refrigerant. R21, 22, and which was last one? R123, like R123. So here one more refrigerant will come, that is nothing but R21 also. So if you take the example of R21, 22, R123, so there you will observe that along with chlorine, fluorine, and carbon, hydrogen atom will also present. So here R22 जर बघितला तर ह्या ठिकाणी काय, क्लोरीन आहे, सॉरी क्लोरीन आहे, फ्लोरीन आहे, कार्बन आहे आणि हायड्रोजन पण आहे. दॅट्स वाय दिस विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ HCFC टाइप ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट. R21 साठी पण बघा, त्या ठिकाणी क्लोरीन असणार आहे, फ्लोरीन असणार आहे, कार्बन असणार आहे, हायड्रोजन असणार आहे. सो दॅट विल कम अंडर द कॅटेगरी ऑफ HCFC टाइप ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट. अँड लास्ट वन इज नथिंग बट HFC टाइप ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट. So under the category of HFC type of refrigerant, R134A, then R404A, R407A, sorry 407C, and sorry not C, that will be A only, R407A and R410A. So out of that, this R134A, that will come under the category of halocarbon refrigerant. आता आतापर्यंत तुम्ही बऱ्याच ठिकाणी रेफ्रिजरंटचं नाव ऐकलं असेल, हे R134A. So can anyone tell me what will be the chemical formula for this R134A? This is also coming under the category of halocarbon type of refrigerant. So R134A आपण जे काय टेस्ट वर परफॉर्मन्स घेतलेला आहे, रेफ्रिजरेशन टेस्टिंग वरती, त्या ठिकाणी पण मी तुम्हाला दाखवलं होतं. जो काय आपला कॉम्प्रेसर होता, त्या कॉम्प्रेसर मध्ये जो काय रेफ्रिजरंट यूज केलेला होता, तो कोणता होता रेफ्रिजरंट आपला R134A. So what will be the chemical name of R134A? Can anyone tell me? I will give 2 minute time. So you have to find out the chemical name for that R134A refrigerant. So tell me the name of that refrigerant. Can anyone tell me what is the chemical name? लवकर सांगा, येते का सांगता? So we'll find out the chemical name by our traditional method. या ठिकाणी ए चा अर्थ काय? ए चा अर्थ काय असणार आहे? कोण सांगेल? ए इज इंडिकेटिंग द आयसोटोप ओनली. मीनिंग ऑफ ए इज नथिंग बट आयसोटोप. केमिकल फॉर्म्युला सेमच असणार आहे, फक्त स्ट्रक्चर वेगळं असणार. त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण? आयसोटोप म्हणतो. So A is indicating isotope only. Next, 4. 4 is indicating number of fluorine atom. So how many fluorine atoms will be present? How many fluorine atoms will be present? Number of fluorine atom are nothing but 4. Second digit is indicating hydrogen plus 1. So H plus 1 is equal to 3. म्हणजे H किती असणार आहे? H plus 1 is equal to 3. म्हणजे H किती असणार आहे? Number of hydrogen atom will be equal to 2. Third digit is indicating carbon minus 1. C minus 1 is equal to 1 आहे. म्हणजे कार्बन किती असणार आहे त्या ठिकाणी? 2 असणार आहे. So 4 फ्लोरीन, 2 हायड्रोजन, 2 कार्बन. दॅट मीन्स हिअर C आणि फ्रॅक्टन्सी किती असणार आहे? किंवा व्हॅलन्स किती असणार आहे? 6 व्हॅलन्सी असणार. त्यापैकी 4 फ्लोरीन आहे. एक तर ह्या ठिकाणी 2 आणि दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी 2 देऊ शकतो, किंवा पहिल्या ठिकाणी 3 आणि दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी 1 देऊ शकतो. कसंही तुमच्यावर डिपेंड आहे. त्या ठिकाणी 2 देतोय. हायड्रोजन. आता ह्या ठिकाणी फॅलन्सी शिल्लक राहते का? जर फॅलन्सी शिल्लक राहिली असती तर आपण ती क्लोरीन फुलफिल केली असती. सो हिअर C2, हिअर C2 H2F4, H2F4. आणि हा ए काय इंडिकेट करतोय? हा ए काय इंडिकेट करतोय? एक तर असा फॉर्म्युला असेल, किंवा ह्या ठिकाणी पहिल्या क्लोरीनला 3 फ्लोरीन, पहिल्या कार्बनला 3 फ्लोरीन ॲटम असतील आणि दुसऱ्या कार्बनला 1 फ्लोरीन आणि 2 हायड्रोजन ॲटम असतील. म्हणजे तो काय झाला? आयसोटोप झाला. सो हिअर इफ यू सी द केमिकल नेम टेट्राफ्लोरो. टेट्राफ्लोरो, या ठिकाणी क्लोरीन नाही, त्यामुळं क्लोरीनचा विषय येत नाही. त्यानंतर फ्लोरीन किती आहेत? 4 आहेत, त्यामुळे टेट्राफ्लोरो. आणि कार्बन किती आहेत? 2 कार्बन आहेत, त्यामुळं इथेन फॅमिली असणार आहे. सो इट इज द आयसोटोप ऑफ tetrafluoroethane. Isotope of tetrafluoroethane. Are you getting? So that will be the chemical name of R134A. So out of that, all the halocarbon refrigerant, the commonly used halocarbon refrigerants are nothing but R12, R22, and R11. That is also called as a freon 12 or F12, F22, and F11. So the chemical formula for R12 is nothing but CCl2F2. Chemical formula for R12 is nothing but CCl2F2. Chemical formula for F22 is nothing but CHClF2, and chemical formula for F11 is nothing but CCl3F. Now, particularly for those refrigerant, whatever the properties are there. So out of that, first refrigerant is nothing but R12. So whatever R12 refrigerant is there, so R12 refrigerant is mostly used in case of domestic as well as commercial refrigerant. So in domestic, in case of ice cream cabinet as well as display cabinet and deep freezer. and in deep freezer we are using that R12 refrigerant. So here the density of that R12 refrigerant will be heavier than the air. Density of R12 refrigerant will be heavier than air. And if you see the boiling point temperature of that R12 refrigerant at atmospheric pressure will be minus 29 degrees centigrade. Minus 29 degrees centigrade. That means at atmospheric pressure, that R12 refrigerant will be in terms of vapor, or that will be in gaseous phase or in vapor phase. And in market, whatever these refrigerants are there, various refrigerants. So those various refrigerants are stored in the cylinder, and each and every cylinder will have the different color as per the refrigerant which is being stored in that cylinder. मार्केटमध्ये जर तुम्ही रेफ्रिजरंट घ्यायला गेला तर प्रत्येक रेफ्रिजरंट जो आहे तो प्रत्येक रेफ्रिजरंट वेगवेगळ्या कलरच्या सिलेंडर मध्ये स्टोअर केलेला असतो. वेगवेगळ्या कलरच्या सिलेंडर मध्ये स्टोअर केलेला असतो. आणि त्या कलरवरून ठरवलं जातं की कोणता रेफ्रिजरंट आहे त्या सिलेंडर मध्ये. सो व्हॉट एव्हर F12 टाइप ऑफ रेफ्रिजरंट्स आर देयर, F12 types of or R12 refrigerants are there. So all the R12 refrigerants are stored under the cylinder which is having the color code as a white. म्हणजे ज्या पण सिलेंडर मध्ये तुमचा R12 रेफ्रिजरंट असेल त्या सिलेंडरचा कलर कसा असला पाहिजे, तुमचा पांढराचा असला पाहिजे. किंवा मार्केटमध्ये जर तुम्ही रेफ्रिजरंट परचेस करायसाठी गेला तर पांढऱ्या सिलेंडर मधला जो काय रेफ्रिजरंट असणार आहे तो कोणता असणार आहे, ओनली R12 असणार आहे. आर यू गेटिंग? Then second type is called as, or second refrigerant is nothing but R22. Chemical formula is CHClF2 monochloro-difluoromethane. CHClF2 monochloro-difluoromethane. So related to R22 refrigerant, if you see the boiling point temperature, so boiling point temperature of R12 refrigerant is nothing but minus 41 degrees centigrade. Minus 41 degree centigrade. And here whatever this R12 refrigerant is there, that is used for air conditioning unit and household refrigerator application. R12 कुठे यूज करतोय आपण, एअर कंडिशनिंग युनिट आणि हाऊसहोल्ड रेफ्रिजरेटर मध्ये यूज करतोय. and cylinder color code, so whatever R12 refrigerant will be there, that will be stored under the cylinder which is having the color as a light green. So cylinder color code is nothing but light green for R22. So for multiple choice question as well as for many of the competitive exam, they will ask you the boiling point temperature of various refrigerant, then what are the applications of various refrigerant or where to use which type of refrigerant. Then cylinder color code is also very much important as far as the properties of refrigerant is concerned. The next one is called as the R11 CCl3F, that is nothing but trichloro monofluoromethane. So if you see the boiling point temperature, so this boiling point temperature of R11 will be plus 23.77 degrees centigrade. म्हणजे atmospheric pressure ला हा R11 रेफ्रिजरंट जो असणार आहे तो लिक्विड फेज मध्ये असणार. R11 रेफ्रिजरंट कशामध्ये असणार आहे, लिक्विड फेज मध्ये असणार आहे, कारण की ह्याचा बॉइलिंग पॉइंट टेम्परेचर किती आहे, 23.77 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. Then here whatever cylinder color code will be there, that means R11 refrigerant will be stored in the cylinder which is having the orange color, and the application of R11 is in case of large centrifugal compressor system, which is having the capacity 200 TR or more than 200 TR. 200 TR किंवा त्यापेक्षा जास्त TR कॅपॅसिटीचं, आणि ज्या ठिकाणी आपण लार्ज सेंट्रिफ्युगल कॉम्प्रेसर यूज करतोय रेफ्रिजरेशन सिस्टीम मध्ये, त्या ठिकाणी आपण R11 ऍज अ रेफ्रिजरंट यूज करतो. आर यू गेटिंग? सो हियर whatever freon group of refrigerants are there, so related to that freon group of refrigerant, areas of applications are given. So R11 refrigerant, we are knowing that in case of air conditioning system more than 200 TR or up to 2000 TR, that where we are using the large centrifugal compressor. there we are using R11 refrigerant. Then R12 refrigerant is used for household application. That means in case of air conditioning plant, refrigerator, freezer, then ice cream cabinet, then whatever water coolers are there, that water coolers also, then window air conditioner and automobile air conditioner, there we are using the R12 refrigerant. But nowadays as that R11 and R12 are CFC type of refrigerant, are CFC type of refrigerant. CFC means chlorofluorocarbon type of refrigerant, and as that CFC type of refrigerants are depleting the ozone layer, or that CFC type of refrigerant are affecting badly on the ozone layer. That's why this R11, R12 refrigerants are banned nowadays. So according to Monotrol protocol, so there is one policy related to use of refrigerant, that is called as a Monotrol protocol policy. So according to Monotrol protocol policy, all the CFC type of refrigerants are banned, and that's why nowadays whatever air conditioning applications are there, as well as whatever household applications are there, domestic applications, so there we are not using R11, R12 as a refrigerant. Instead of that, we are using R134A as a refrigerant. So R134A refrigerant is falling under the category of HFC, hydrofluorocarbon type of refrigerant. As chlorine atom is not present, that's why it will not affect on the ozone depletion, or it will not affect on the ozone depletion. Okay, or ozone layer. So this is related to R12. Then R13. So we are using R13 in case of cascade refrigeration system, and that too in the low temperature side we are using the R13. Then R113. So that application of R113 is nothing but small to medium air conditioner system and in industrial cooling. And R114. So that R114, that is nothing but the blending of R22 and R115. R22 and R115. So that is used in household refrigerator, in large industrial cooling. Then in case of frozen food, as well as ice cream display, as well as in case of warehouses and food freezing plant, we are using R114 as a refrigerant. So designation system we have already seen. There is a necessity of designation system because there are many number of refrigerant, or so many number of refrigerants are available on the Earth's surface. So to identify each and every refrigerant, we should have the designation system. So that designation system is indicating type of refrigerant, chemical composition, and molecular weight. So all the refrigerants are designated by R followed by a unique number, R-XYZ. Or in case of halocarbon refrigerant, that will be designated by F-XYZ. So आपण halocarbon refrigerant कसं डेझिग्नेट करतोय किंवा नॉमेनक्लेचर सिस्टीम कशी असणार आहे, R-XYZ. त्यापैकी Z काय इंडिकेट करणार आहे, Z will indicate number of fluorine atom. Y, second digit Y is indicating number of hydrogen plus 1. Third digit X, त्या ठिकाणी X आहे बरं का, त्या ठिकाणी X plus 1 नाही, चुकून झालेलं आहे. Third digit X is indicating number of carbon minus 1, and last digit R is indicating refrigerant. So whatever balance will be there, valency, or whatever balance of chlorine atom will be there, that will be, sorry, balance of carbon atom will be there, that will be fulfilled with the help of chlorine atom. That will be fulfilled with the help of chlorine atom. So if there will be only 2 digit for refrigerant number, then that will indicate the value of X is equal to 0. म्हणजे R11, R12. त्यावेळेस आपण R11 लिहितोय, R11 लिहितोय, त्याचा अर्थ काय, R011 आहे, R011 आहे. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी व्हॅल्यू ऑफ X व्हॅल्यू ऑफ एक्स काय असणार आहे, 0 असणार आहे. आणि व्हॅल्यू ऑफ एक्स 0 ह्याचा अर्थ काय असणार आहे, कार्बन ऍटम किती असणार आहेत, फक्त एकच कार्बन ऍटम असणार, म्हणजे मिथेन ग्रुप असणार आहे. सो हाऊ टू राईट डाऊन द केमिकल फॉर्म्युला. R22 असेल तर फ्लोरीन ऍटम 2, हायड्रोजन 1 आणि कार्बन 1. तर कसं लिहिणार आहे, CHClF2 अशा टाइप मध्ये आपण बघितलेलं आहे ऑलरेडी. R12 R134A त्यासाठी पण तुम्ही सेम पद्धत यूज करू शकता. आर यू गेटिंग? So this was related to the halocarbon refrigerant. This was related to the halocarbon refrigerant. So if you are having any query, any question related to halocarbon refrigerant, you can ask me. Or have you understood that halocarbon refrigerant? आतापर्यंत जे काय आपण शिकवलेलं आहे ते समजलंय का सगळ्यांना? आतापर्यंत जे काय शिकवलं आहे ते समजलंय का प्रत्येकाला? राईट इन द चॅट बॉक्स. Write in the chat box. Whatever next lecture will be there, that also I am going to continue 1 to 2. What about remaining student? Have you understood this halocarbon refrigerant? So everyone have to write down the write in the chat box whether you have understood or not understood. So I will take 1 minute break, and after 1 minute break we'll continue. So up to that you have to write in the chat box, have you understood or not understood this halocarbon refrigerant. Start now. Write down yes or no likewise. Okay. see the chat. So many of the students have written as a yes. Okay, so we'll proceed further. So now second type of primary refrigerant is called as the azeotropy refrigerant. Second type of primary refrigerant is called as the azeotropy refrigerant. So the meaning azeotropy. Azeotropy means it is the mixture of two or more than two refrigerant. It is the mixture of two or more than two refrigerant whose vapor and liquid phase remains identical. Whose vapor and liquid phase remains identical over a long period of temperature range. Over a long period of temperature range. Now, if I will consider the example, suppose I have to blend one refrigerant called as a R22 and suppose R113. So I am having these two refrigerants. So by combining these two refrigerants, if I want to form only one refrigerant, but here while combining, I have to see what is the boiling point temperature or what is the boiling point range of this refrigerant. Suppose boiling point of this R22 is suppose minus 41 degrees centigrade, and here R113 is suppose minus 39 degrees centigrade. त्या ठिकाणी दोन्हीच्या बॉइलिंग पॉइंट टेम्परेचर मध्ये काय स्लाइट चेंज आहे, म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी पेपर फेज जे आहे ती कशी असणार आहे, आयडेंटिकल असणार आहे ओव्हर अ लॉंग टेम्परेचर रेंज. त्या ठिकाणी जर बॉइलिंग पॉइंट एकाचा -41 असता आणि दुसऱ्याचा जर सपोज 0 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड असता तर सपोज 10 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड असता, तर ह्या ठिकाणी काय झालं असतं, हा R113 जो आहे तो R113 चा बॉइलिंग पॉइंट टेम्परेचर जास्त आहे as compared to -41. That's why here whatever liquid phase or whatever vapor phase will be there, that will not be the identical. Similarly, freezing point जो असणार आहे तो काय असायला पाहिजे, सेम नियरली सेम असायला पाहिजे. ज्याचा बॉइलिंग पॉइंट आणि फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट नियरली सेम असेल त्या ठिकाणी काय राहतात, ते दोन्ही रेफ्रिजरंट युनिक राहतात किंवा ते कसे राहतात, ते दोन्ही रेफ्रिजरंट एकमेकांमध्ये ते दोन्ही रेफ्रिजरंट जे आहेत ते लिक्विड आणि वेपर फेज आयडेंटिकल राहते. म्हणजे एकाच लिक्विड झालं म्हणजे दुसऱ्याच पण लिक्विड होते आणि दुसऱ्याच वेपर मध्ये झालं तर पहिला जो आहे त्याचा पण वेपर मध्ये होते. असं होणार नाही की एक लिक्विड मध्ये आणि एक वेपर मध्ये, असं होणार नाही. सो दॅट विल बी कॉल्ड एज द azeotropy refrigerant. So definition, it is a stable mixture of azeotropy refrigerant is the stable mixture of two or more than two refrigerant whose liquid and vapor phase remains identical over a wide range of temperature. So that will be called as the azeotropy refrigerant. So whatever these azeotropy refrigerants are there, so those will not be separated. Under pressure and temperature. Those will not be separated. म्हणजे जे काही मिक्सचर असणार आहे, दोन किंवा दोनपेक्षा अधिक रेफ्रिजरंटचं जे काही मिक्सचर असणार आहे त्यातलं जे काही कॉम्पोजिशन आहे किंवा जे काही दोन किंवा दोनपेक्षा अधिक रेफ्रिजरंट आहे, that will not get separated. So that will form only one mixture and that will not be separated under various pressure as well as various temperature range. And all those azeotropy refrigerant or that unique formula will have the fixed thermodynamic properties. So whatever these azeotropy refrigerants are there, those will be designated by 500 series. म्हणजे जर रेफ्रिजरंट नंबर जर 501 असेल किंवा 502 असेल किंवा 510 असेल तर तो कोणता असणार आहे रेफ्रिजरंट, so or the category of that refrigerant will be the azeotropy refrigerant, because all the azeotropy refrigerant will be designated by 500 series. So commonly used four azeotropy refrigerants are there. First one is called as the R500, second one is R502, then R503, R504. त्यापैकी R500 R500 म्हणजे काय, त्या ठिकाणी जर बघितलं तर प्रत्येकाची काय सिरीज आहे, 500 series आहे. 500, 502, 503, 504. So all the refrigerant under the 500 series will be the azeotropy type of refrigerant. Out of that, R500, what is the meaning of R500? R500 is nothing but the mixture of two refrigerant. दोन कोणते रेफ्रिजरंट आहेत? एक म्हणजे R12 रेफ्रिजरंट आहे आणि दुसरा म्हणजे R152 आहे. आणि कोणत्या पर्सेंटेज मध्ये घेतो आपण? 73.8% R12 आहे आणि रिमेनिंग 26.2% काय आहे? R152 आहे. R502 हा जो काय azeotropy refrigerant आहे, R502 means it is the mixture of R22 and R115 refrigerant. But whatever percentage will be there, we have to take 48.8% R22 and 51.2% R115. So after mixing or after blending, 48.8% R22 and 51.2% R115, we will have the new refrigerant that will be called as the azeotropy refrigerant, and number will be R502. In the similar fashion, R503 तसेच मिक्सचर असणार आहे 40.1% R23 and remaining 59.9% R13 असणार आहे. and R504 म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? 48.2% R32 असणार आहे आणि रिमेनिंग 51.8% असणार आहे R115 असणार. So that is called as a azeotropy refrigerant. And there is one more type that is also called as a non-azeotropy refrigerant. किंवा त्यालाच आपण काय म्हणतो? जिओट्रॉपिक रेफ्रिजरंट म्हणतो. एजिओट्रॉपी आणि नॉन एजिओट्रॉपी. नॉन एजिओट्रॉपीलाच आपण काय म्हणणार आहे? जिओट्रॉपिक म्हणणार आहे. आणि हे जे काय जिओट्रॉपिक रेफ्रिजरंट असणार आहे ते जिओट्रॉपिक रेफ्रिजरंट विल बी डेझिग्नेटेड बाय 400 सेरीज. म्हणजे 400 सेरीज न जे काय रेफ्रिजरंट नंबर असणार आहे दॅट विल कम अंडर द जिओट्रॉपिक रेफ्रिजरंट. आता एजिओट्रॉपी आणि जिओट्रॉपी त्यामध्ये दोन्हीमध्ये फरक काय असणार आहे बघा. Geotropy mixture is one whose composition in liquid phase differs to that in vapor phase. So geotropic refrigerant will do not boil at the constant temperature unlike azeotropy refrigerant. आपण azeotropy refrigerant मध्ये काय म्हणतो? तो दोन किंवा दोन पेक्षा अधिक रेफ्रिजरंट ज्याची पेपर आणि लिक्विड फेज सेम आहे किंवा आयडेंटिकल आहे त्याला आपण azeotropy refrigerant म्हणतो. म्हणजे त्या ठिकाणचा जो काय बॉइलिंग पॉईंट टेम्परेचर होता, जे काही वेगवेगळे मिक्सचर आपण ऍड करत होतो, प्रत्येक रेफ्रिजरंटचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट टेम्परेचर नियरली सेम होता. एक्झॅक्टली सेम असणार नाही, नियरली सेम होता. त्यामुळे त्या ठिकाणी एकाच वेळेस काय व्हायचं, त्यात जे काही नंबर ऑफ मिक्सचर आहेत रेफ्रिजरंटचे त्या सगळ्यांचं काय व्हायचं? लिक्विडचं व्हेपर मध्ये आणि व्हेपरचं लिक्विड मध्ये कन्व्हर्जन व्हायचं. पण ह्या ठिकाणी जिओट्रॉपिक रेफ्रिजरंट मध्ये प्रत्येकाचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट काय असणार आहे? डिफरंट असणार आहे. त्यामुळं त्या ठिकाणी whatever that composition will be there after addition of number of refrigerant, whatever composition will be there, so that composition in the liquid phase that will differ that of in vapor phase, and therefore there will not be constant boiling point temperature for that geotropy refrigerant. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी काय असणार आहे? जे काय मिक्सचर असणार आहे ते युनिफॉर्म मिक्सचर असणार नाही. प्रत्येकाचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट वेगवेगळा असल्यामुळे काय होणार आहे? एक रेफ्रिजरंट अगोदर पेपर मध्ये होणार आहे, त्यानंतर थोड्या वेळानंतर दुसरा रेफ्रिजरंट, त्यानंतर थोड्या वेळानंतर तिसरा रेफ्रिजरंट. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी युनिक मिक्सचर असणार नाही किंवा होमोजिनियस मिक्सचर असणार नाही. दॅट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ जिओट्रॉपिक रेफ्रिजरंट. सो जिओट्रॉपिक रेफ्रिजरंट म्हणजेच काय असतं? नॉन एजिओट्रॉपी रेफ्रिजरंट. सो दॅट विल बी डेझिग्नेटेड बाय 400 series. That will be designated by 400 series. And whatever examples of geotropic refrigerants are there, so example of geotropic refrigerant are nothing but R404A, R407A, R410A, R413A. 400 series आली, 400 series आली की काय समजायचं? तो रेफ्रिजरंट कोणत्या कॅटेगरीचा आहे? जिओट्रॉपिकचा आहे. आणि 500 series आली की तो कोणता असणार आहे? नॉन एजिओट्रॉपिक रेफ्रिजरंट असणार आहे. आता त्यापैकी R404A म्हणजे कशाचं मिक्सचर असणार आहे? R404A म्हणजे 3 रेफ्रिजरंटचं मिक्सचर असणार आहे. त्यापैकी पहिला रेफ्रिजरंट कोणता असणार आहे? R125, R143A, R134A. आणि पर्सेंटेज कोणत्या पर्सेंटेज मध्ये असणार आहे? R125 जे असणार आहे ते 44% असणार आहे. R143A जे असणार आहे ते 52% असणार आहे. आणि राहिलेलं 4% जे असणार आहे ते काय असणार आहे R134A. आणि ह्या तिन्हीचं मिक्सचर जे असणार आहे त्याला काय म्हणणार आहे आपण R404A refrigerant that will fall under the category of geotropic refrigerant. त्यानंतर दुसरा जो आहे तो R407. या ठिकाणी पण 3 रेफ्रिजरंटचं कॉम्बिनेशन आहे किंवा मिक्सचर आहे. 23% R32, then 25% R125, and whatever remaining 52% is there, that 52% is R134A. Then R410 is the mixture of two refrigerant, R32 50%, R125 50%, and R413A, that is the mixture of three refrigerant, 600A 3%, R218 9%, and R134A 88%. So this is called as a geotropic refrigerant. Now, out of that azeotropic and geotropic refrigerant, the most commonly used refrigerant are R500 and R502. So whatever properties of those refrigerants are there, so we'll see the properties of R500. So R500 is nothing but it is the combination of 73.8% R12 and 26.2% R152. So property of R500. So this R500 refrigerant is non-flammable in nature, non-toxic in nature, then non-corrosive in nature. Non-flammable, non-toxic, and non-corrosive in nature. Then this R500 refrigerant will have the 20% greater refrigerating capacity. The heat absorption capacity जे आहे R500 ची ती तुमच्या R12 refrigerant पेक्षा 20% जास्त आहे. सेम साइज आणि सेम कॅपॅसिटी साठी, सेम पर्पज साठी. So R500 refrigerant is better than R500 refrigerant is better than R12 refrigerant. Why? Because it is having 20% greater refrigerating capacity than R12 refrigerant, which is used for same size of motor and used for same purpose. Then if you see the boiling point temperature of R500, so boiling point temperature of R500 is -33 degrees centigrade. And whatever this R500 refrigerant is there, that is used for industrial as well as commercial application. Industrial as well as commercial application. And the cylinder in which R500 refrigerant stored, the color of that cylinder is nothing but yellow cylinder. The market मध्ये जर तुमच्याकडे जर येलो कलर सिलेंडर असेल तर येलो कलरच्या सिलेंडर मध्ये कोणता रेफ्रिजरंट स्टोअर असणार आहे, दॅट विल बी R500 रेफ्रिजरंट असणार आहे. Then another refrigerant R502 refrigerant. So it is the combination of 48.8% R22, the remaining 51.2% R115. 48.8% R22 and 51.2% R115. So the common properties, it is also non-flammable, non-toxic, and non-corrosive in nature. Boiling point temperature of R502 is nothing but -46 degrees centigrade. Application. So this R502 refrigerant is used for frozen food locker, then frozen food processing plants, and stored in frozen store units of frozen food and ice cream. म्हणजे मेनली कुठे यूज करतोय आपण 502 रेफ्रिजरंट, ज्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला फ्रोझन फूड एकतर प्रोसेसिंग करायचंय किंवा स्टोअर करायचंय. फ्रोझन फूड ज्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला प्रोसेसिंग करायचंय किंवा स्टोअर करायचंय त्या ठिकाणी आपण काय करणार आहे, कोणता रेफ्रिजरंट यूज करणार आहे, R502 ऍज अ रेफ्रिजरंट यूज करणार आहे. अँड कलर कोड कोणत्या सिलेंडर मध्ये स्टोअर केला जातो, सो ऑर्चिड कलर. So cylinder color code, sorry, okay, cylinder color code for R502 is nothing but orchid color. So orchid is one of the flower, so whatever color of that orchid flower is there, that will be called as the orchid color. So cylinder color code. under which that R502 is stored is nothing but odd-shaped cylinder. So this is related to the azeotropy and geotropy type of refrigerant. Azeotropy and geotropy type of refrigerant. So is there any query, any question related to azeotropy or geotropy refrigerant? Is there any query, any question? आहे का कोणाच काय क्वेरी, कोणाची काय क्वेश्चन? Okay. Now third type of primary refrigerant is called as the third type of primary refrigerant is called as the inorganic refrigerant. That is called as a inorganic refrigerant. So inorganic means those are naturally produced refrigerant. आपण हॅलोकार्बन त्यानंतर एजिओट्रॉपी रेफ्रिजरंट जे होते ते कसे प्रोड्यूस केलेले होते, सिंथेटिकली प्रोड्यूस होते, म्हणजे ते आपल्याला तयार करावं लागत होते. पण जे काय नेचर मध्ये ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल आहेत, जे काय नेचर मध्ये ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल आहेत, दॅट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ इनऑर्गॅनिक रेफ्रिजरंट. सो बिफोर sorry. Sorry. So before introduction of halocarbon refrigerant, before introduction or before production of halocarbon refrigerant, there at that time also we were using the refrigeration system. So at that time, whatever refrigerant we were using, those refrigerant were the those refrigerant are nothing but the refrigerants or the compounds which are already available in the nature. So those compounds we were using as a refrigerant. So those are called as a inorganic refrigerant, and those inorganic refrigerants are having the inherent thermodynamic as well as physical properties. Inherent thermodynamic as well as physical properties. Only chemical properties of those refrigerants are somewhat unsafe. That's why we were giving preference for the halocarbon or azeotropy refrigerant. Presently, we are giving the preference for halocarbon or azeotropy refrigerant over the inorganic refrigerant. Why? Though that inorganic refrigerants are having inherent thermodynamic and physical properties, then also the chemical properties of those refrigerants or safe working properties of those refrigerants are somewhat hazardous for human being. That's why instead of inorganic refrigerant, many of the times we are preferring to use the either halocarbon or azeotropy refrigerant. So which are the refrigerants following under the inorganic category? So first one is nothing but ammonia. First one is nothing but ammonia. Second one is nothing but water. Third one is nothing but air. Then carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide. So there is not necessary to produce this refrigerant or produce this compound synthetically. Those are already available, abundant, those are already available in abundant quantity in the nature. So that only we are using as a refrigerant. So chemical formula of ammonia is nothing but NH3. Water is having the chemical formula as H2O. Air, as that air is consisting of number of molecules or number of compounds. That's why the chemical name of air will not be there. So carbon dioxide, CO2, sulfur dioxide, SO2. So out of that, whatever ammonia refrigerant is there, that ammonia refrigerant is used in the ice plant. Then whatever water as a refrigerant is there, so as a water as a refrigerant we are using in case of steam refrigeration system, as well as in many of the times that water will be used as a secondary refrigerant in case of air refrigeration system or air conditioning plant also. Then whatever air as the refrigerant, we are using air as a refrigerant in aeroplane refrigeration system, as well as whatever basic cycles are there. Reverse Carnot Bell Coleman cycle. So in that reverse Carnot Bell Coleman cycle, we are using air as a refrigerant. Then carbon dioxide. So whatever frozen foods are there. So for carry out frozen food from one location to another location, that means suppose I want to transport the fish from one location to another location, or from one country to another country. So in that ship also we have to provide the required temperature as well as required humidity. So in that case also we are using that carbon dioxide as a refrigerant. So in case of ship refrigeration system, we are using carbon dioxide. So as well as for preservation of many of the medicals or many of the injections also, we are using the carbon dioxide as a refrigerant. Then sulfur dioxide as a ripener as well as food preservative. As ripener as well as food preservative, we are using that sulfur dioxide as a refrigerant. Now, whatever refrigerant number of that inorganic refrigerant will be there. So the refrigerant number of inorganic refrigerant is nothing but R 700 plus molecular weight. So whatever designation system of whatever designation system of inorganic refrigerant will be there. So designation system of inorganic refrigerant will be R700 plus molecular weight. अमोनिया केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय आहे अमोनियाचा NH3. त्यापैकी मॉलिक्युलर वेट काय आहे नायट्रोजनचं 14. ओनली एन असल्यामुळे 14 आहे. N2 असतं तर 28 झालं असतं. हायड्रोजनचं मॉलिक्युलर वेट किती आहे 1 आणि हायड्रोजन किती आहे 3 आहेत. तर 14 अधिक 3 किती झाले 17 झाले. 17 झाले बरोबर. तर अमोनियाचा रेफ्रिजरंट नंबर काय येणार आहे as that ammonia is falling under the category of inorganic refrigerant. So designation system of inorganic refrigerant is nothing but R700 plus molecular weight. So 700 plus molecular weight किती 17. So R717. R717. या ठिकाणी वॉटरचा केमिकल फॉर्म्युला काय किंवा केमिकल फॉर्म्युला आहे H2O. त्यापैकी हायड्रोजनचं मॉलिक्युलर वेट आहे 1 पण 2 हायड्रोजन ऍटम असल्यामुळे 2 आणि ऑक्सिजनचं मॉलिक्युलर वेट आहे 16. So 2 plus 16 that will become as 18. That will become as 18. So 18 plus 700. So that will become as the 718. That will become as a 718. So refrigerant number for water will be R718 किंवा that is also called as R118. वॉटर साठी 2 नंबर आहेत रेफ्रिजरंटचे. मल्टिपल चॉईस साठी लक्षात ठेवा R118 किंवा 718 दोन्ही म्हणजे एकच. दॅट इज नथिंग बट वॉटर ऍज अ रेफ्रिजरंट. आर यू गेटिंग? त्यानंतर एअरचा मॉलिक्युलर वेट आपल्याला माहित आहे 28.65 समथिंग आहे. 28 पॉइंट समथिंग आहे. So that will round up into 29. So 700 plus 29, that is nothing but 729. Air sativa refrigerant number. Carbon dioxide CO2. Carbon चा molecular weight आहे 12. Oxygen 16. 2 oxygen आहेत त्यामुळे 32. 16 into 2 that will become as 32. So 12 plus 32 that will become as a 44. So 700 plus 44 that will become as a 744. So carbon dioxide will have the refrigerant number as a 744. Sulfur dioxide, sulfur चा आहे 32 आणि ऑक्सिजन 16. 2 ऑक्सिजन असल्यामुळे 16 plus 16 32. So 32 plus 32 64. 64 plus 700. So that will become as a 764. So refrigerant number for sulfur dioxide will be 764. So this is nothing but the nomenclature system for inorganic refrigerant. Nomenclature system for inorganic refrigerant. Are you getting? So we have seen the nomenclature system of inorganic refrigerant also. So designated by number 7 followed by molecular weight of the refrigerant. अमोनियाचा molecular weight 17 R717. वॉटरचा molecular weight आहे 18, designated as R718. Sometimes that is also designated as a 118. Sulfur dioxide molecular weight आहे 64, 764. आणि कार्बन डायऑक्साइड molecular weight आहे 44, 744. Are you getting? So this is related to inorganic refrigerant. Now, whatever properties of this inorganic refrigerants are there, so we'll see the properties of inorganic refrigerant. So first of all, ammonia as a refrigerant. So that ammonia is extensively used in many of the refrigeration system. Ammonia as a refrigerant is extensively used in many of the refrigeration system. Why? Because that ammonia is having the excellent thermodynamic properties. So though ammonia is hazardous in nature, or poisonous in nature, then also there are many applications where we are using ammonia as a refrigerant. But we have to take care that ammonia should be used under controlled condition. So here whatever ammonia will be there, that is used for commercial purposes. So mainly in case of cold storage plant, in case of cold storage plant, as well as in case of ice factories, we are using ammonia as a refrigerant. And that ammonia as a refrigerant is also widely used in case of vapor absorption refrigeration system also. Vapor absorption refrigeration system also. So if you see the boiling point temperature and freezing point temperature, so at atmospheric pressure, ammonia will have the boiling point temperature as a -33 degrees centigrade, and its freezing point temperature or melting temperature from the solid is -78 degrees centigrade, Then latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization at -15 degrees centigrade is 1315 kilojoule per kg. 1315 kilojoule per kg. As a meaning काय होते? So whatever this latent heat of vaporization is there, that latent heat of vaporization of ammonia is nearly 3 to 4 times greater than any of the refrigerant. कोणतेही refrigerant असू द्या तुमचं, त्या refrigerantच्या minimum 2 to 3 times greater काय latent heat of vaporization of ammonia आहे. ह्याचं meaning काय? ज्यावेळेस इव्हापरेटर मध्ये तुमचं रेफ्रिजरंट ऍज अ अमोनिया पास होईल, त्यावेळेस तिथून जर अमोनिया ऍज अ रेफ्रिजरंट पास होत असेल तर 1 kg अमोनिया, 1 kg लिक्विड अमोनिया च कन्वर्जन सेम टेम्परेचरला पेपर अमोनिया मध्ये जर कन्वर्ट करायचं असेल तर तो नियर अबाउट किती हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब करतोय, तर रेफ्रिजरेटिंग स्पेस मधली 1315 किलोजूल एवढी हीट ऍब्झॉर्ब करतो. This is nearly 2 to 3 times greater than any of the refrigerant. So this is the excellent property of excellent thermodynamic property of ammonia, which not a single refrigerant possessing. Then here drawback: this ammonia is colorless, poisonous, as well as it is irritating to eyes, nose and throat. Eye, nose and throat. Also, it is flammable when that ammonia will get mixed with the air. So here, this ammonia is hazardous in nature. Then also, in most of the industries or for most of the commercial purposes, we are using ammonia because of its excellent thermodynamic properties. Then here, it has good thermodynamic properties. It is neutral for all the metals and highly soluble in oil, as well as it is volatile and non-toxic but in higher concentration. अमोनिया जो आहे तो व्होलाटाईल आहे आणि नॉन टॉक्सिक आहे. पण कधी ज्यावेळेस त्या अमोनियाचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन जास्त असेल किंवा हायर कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन असेल तर त्याच केसमध्ये व्होलाटाईल आणि नॉन टॉक्सिक आहे. ओके. Then second refrigerant as a sulfur dioxide. So most of the time we are using that sulfur dioxide as a ripener or preservative of food. जर एखादा फळ जर असेल तुमच्या शेतामध्ये सपोज त्याला जर पिकवायचं असेल तर तुम्ही काय म्हणता, पिकवायचं असेल तर त्याला आपण कार्पेट लावतो, बरोबर आहे. कार्पेट म्हणजे काय, सल्फर डायऑक्साईड आहे. कार्पेट जे लावतो आपण, समजा कोणतेही फळ असेल, आंबे असतील, पेरू असेल, चिकू असेल, काय असेल, त्याला पिकवण्यासाठी जर आपण हार्वेस्टिंग केलं त्याला जर पिकवायचं असेल किंवा ते करायचं असेल तर त्याला आपण काय करतो, कार्पेट लावतो. ते कार्पेट म्हणजे काय, सल्फर डायऑक्साईड आहे. सो सल्फर डायऑक्साईड ऍज अ रेफ्रिजरंट वी आर युजिंग and that is used commercially. Sulfur dioxide as a refrigerant is used commercially in case of ripener as well as preservative of food. So here this sulfur dioxide is used in household refrigerator. This is also toxic in nature, but it is non-explosive, non-flammable and non-corrosive. जरी टॉक्सिक असला तरी कसा आहे तो, नॉन एक्सप्लोजिव्ह आहे, नॉन फ्लेमेबल आहे आणि नॉन करोजिव्ह आहे. So it is irritant to human body, non-mixable with the oil, and it has pungent odor and low latent heat. At -15 degrees centigrade, latent heat of sulfur dioxide is 396 kilojoule per kg. सल्फर डायऑक्साईडची लॅटेंट हीट ते -15 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेडला 396 आहे. आपल्या अमोनियाची किती होती, 1315 किलोजूल पर केजी होती. So boiling point temperature of sulfur dioxide at atmospheric pressure is -10 degrees centigrade. -10 degrees centigrade. So this is related to the sulfur dioxide. And last type of primary refrigerant is nothing but the hydrocarbon refrigerant. इनऑर्गॅनिक रेफ्रिजरंट मध्ये कोणाला काही क्वेश्चन आहेत का, काय क्वेरी आहेत का? इनऑर्गॅनिक रेफ्रिजरंट मध्ये कोणाला काही क्वेश्चन, काय क्वेरी आहेत का? हॅव यू अंडरस्टूड दॅट इनऑर्गॅनिक रेफ्रिजरंट? राइट इन द चॅट बॉक्स. चॅट बॉक्स मध्ये लिहा, हॅव यू अंडरस्टूड, येस और नो? What about remaining student? What about remaining student? Only one student have written or given the comment. What about remaining student? ऐकताय का लेक्चर? माझं बडबड चालू आहे. फक्त दोघांची कमेंट आलेली आहे. What about remaining student? Should I mark the attendance for only these two students? जरी काय क्वेरी क्वेश्चन असतील तर विचारू शकता तुम्ही. Okay. Now, last type of primary refrigerant, that is called as a hydrocarbon refrigerant. In the name itself, it is clearly mentioned that hydrocarbon. In the name itself, it is clearly mentioned that hydrocarbon. What is the meaning of hydrocarbon? So, in the chemical formula of that refrigerant, there will be only carbon and hydrogen. There will be only carbon and hydrogen. तर कार्बन आणि हायड्रोजन असेल तर तो काय असणार आहे, आयदर मिथेन, इथेन, प्रोपेन, ब्युटेन, हेक्सेन. So here most of the organic compounds are considered as a refrigerant under this group. So it will consist of hydrogen plus carbon. So whatever these halocarbon refrigerants are there, so those are successfully used. Those are successfully used in many of the refrigeration systems which are used for industrial and commercial applications. So most of the hydrocarbon refrigerants are possessing satisfactory thermodynamic properties, but these are highly flammable. त्या ठिकाणी कार्बनचं पर्सेंटेज जसं नंबर ऑफ कार्बन वाढत जातील, जसं नंबर ऑफ कार्बन वाढत जातील तसं तो जो काय रेफ्रिजरंट आहे किंवा तो जो काय केमिकल कंपाऊंड आहे तो कसा होत जाणार आहे, फ्लेमेबल होत जाणार आहे. So whatever hydrocarbon refrigerants are there, so most of the hydrocarbon refrigerants are possessing satisfactory thermodynamic properties, but these are highly flammable in nature. So whatever refrigerants which are falling under the category of hydrocarbons are there, so only hydrogen and carbon. या ठिकाणी जर केमिकल फॉर्म्युला बघितला त्या ठिकाणी फक्त काय असणार आहे, कार्बन आणि हायड्रोजन असणार आहे. कार्बन हायड्रोजन. सो CH4 केमिकल फॉर्म्युला CH4 म्हणजे काय झालं, मिथेन झालं, मिथेन. आणि त्याचा रेफ्रिजरंट नंबर जो आहे तो काय येणार आहे, R50 येणार आहे. सेम आपलं हॅलोकार्बन रेफ्रिजरेशन सिस्टीमची जी काही डेझिग्नेशन सिस्टीम होती, सेम डेझिग्नेशन सिस्टीम इज ऍप्लिकेबल फॉर हायड्रोकार्बन रेफ्रिजरंट ऑल्सो. तर कोणती डेझिग्नेशन सिस्टीम होती आपली, RXYZ. But this is applicable only up to propane. For butane, that refrigeration designation system will be different. RXYZ. त्यापैकी Z म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ऍटम असणार आहे. या ठिकाणी फ्लोरीन ऍटम आहेत का, 0. सो Z विल इंडिकेट ऍज अ 0. Y म्हणजे काय, हायड्रोजन प्लस 1 असणार आहे. किती हायड्रोजन ऍटम आहे, 4 हायड्रोजन ऍटम आहेत. तो 4 + 1 5. X म्हणजे काय होतं, कार्बन -1 होतं. कार्बन ऍटम किती आहेत या ठिकाणी, एकच आहे. C-1 = 1 म्हणजे कार्बन किती येणार आहे, 0 येणार आहे. X ची व्हॅल्यू काय येणार आहे, 0 येणार आहे. सो R50. So R50 will be the refrigerant number for hydrocarbon, for methane. In the similar fashion for ethane. इथेन साठी जर फाइंड आउट करायचं असेल, इथेन म्हणजे काय झालं, C2H6 झालं, C2H6. त्यापैकी Z नंबर ऑफ फ्लोरीन ऍटम आहेत का, नाही. Here as fluorine is absence, that's why F is equal to 0. हायड्रोजन सेकंड डिजिट इज इंडिकेटिंग हायड्रोजन +1. किती हायड्रोजन आहेत त्या ठिकाणी, 3 + 3 6 हायड्रोजन आहेत. सो हायड्रोजन +1, 6 + 1 6 + 1 that will become as a 7. आणि X is nothing but C-1. कार्बन ऍटम किती आहेत त्या ठिकाणी, 2 आहेत. हा एक कार्बन ऍटम, हा एक कार्बन ऍटम. C-1 = 2 म्हणजे C किती येणार आहे, 1 येणार. सो R170. That will be the refrigerant number for ethane. Similarly for propane also you can find out. So this is nothing but the hydrocarbon refrigerants. Now whatever secondary refrigerant part is there, that we will see in the next lecture, because it is also impossible for me to talk continuously for 2 hours, because classroom teaching is different and this online teaching is completely different. Okay, so I will take the attendance. So after taking the attendance, you can exit the lecture, and after that last lecture will be taken by the Gidde sir. So attend that lecture also. आतापर्यंत शिकवलेल्या टॉपिक वरती कोणाला काय क्वेरी, कोणाला काय क्वेश्चन असतील तर विचारू शकता. So if you are having any query, any question related to the topic which we have covered today, so if you are having any query, any question, you can ask me. Now whatever remaining portion of chapter number 1 will be there, that will be covered hardly 1.5 hour. So hardly 1.5 hour is required for completion of our chapter number 1. Okay. So I will stop sharing of my screen. Okay. Give the attendance. Roll number 1. Roll number 1 absent. 2 absent. 3 absent. 4. Roll number 4 absent. 5 absent. 6 absent. 7. Roll number 7 absent. 8. Roll number 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 9 absent. 10 absent. 11 absent. 12 absent. 13.
Present, sir.
Okay. 13 is present. Okay. One more important thing. Now only project coordinator Kashif sir has sent one notice related to your tomorrow's project synopsis presentation. So I will also circulate that present notice on our group. So you have to check under which group you have to give the presentation. So tomorrow you have to give presentation related to your project synopsis. So if you have not completed it, your project synopsis, you have to contact with your project guide, complete that synopsis, and tomorrow you have to anyhow you have to do the presentation, because that presentation is consisting of 25 marks. Okay. 13 present, 14 absent, 15
Present, sir. 14 present.
Okay, 14 also present. 15 Samad Kawan. 15 absent. 16 absent. 17 absent. 18
Yes, sir.
19 absent. 20
Present, sir.
21
Present, sir.
22 absent. 23 absent. 24 absent. 25
Present, sir.
26 absent. 27 absent. 28 absent. 29 absent. 30 absent. 31 absent. 32 absent. 33 absent. 34
Present, sir.
35 absent. 36
Yes, sir.
37 absent. 38 absent. 39 absent. Roll number 40 absent. 41 absent. 42 roll number 42. Okay. 43
Yes, sir.
44
Yes, sir.
45
Yes, sir.
46
Yes, sir.
47
Yes, sir.
48 roll number 48 absent. Roll number 49 absent. 50
Yes, sir.
51 absent. 52 absent. 53 absent. 54 absent. 55
Present, sir.
56 absent. 57 absent. 58 absent. 59 absent. Roll number 60 Phalke. Omkar Phalke. 61. Absent. 62.
62 present, sir.
63. Absent. 64. Absent. 65. Absent. 66. Absent. 67.
Present, sir.
68. Wadekar. Absent. 69. Absent. 70. Absent. 71. Absent. 72.
Present.
73. Absent. 74. Absent. 75 absent. 76 absent. Okay. Is there anyone who has not given attendance?
Sir, 15. 15.
Okay. Roll number 15. Anyone else? Okay. I think everyone has given the attendance. So thank you for attending the lecture. You can exit the lecture. Thank you.